investigate a tip that children were being sold there as sex slaves.
Within a half hour, this individual walks up to me, starts asking me what I'm here for, what I want, and within minutes, he says, well, I've got kids as young as 11 years old.
Ballard, a former Homeland Security agent, now heads up Operation Underground Railroad, a nonprofit group that rescues trafficked kids. After that first meeting, the Colombians asked him to put together a sting.
No men will be in here, only women.
Operation Underground Railroad spent months planning, renting this house, rigging it with hidden cameras to document the crime, coordinating with Colombian authorities, and negotiating with the traffickers.
How they find these kids is they lure them in by pretending to have a modeling agency. They target them at 9 or 10 years old, and they were telling us that about by 11, they're ready for sex. They're ready to be sold.
What is that like, looking into that kind of person's eyes?
It's horrifying, and this is why. Because I've got a smile in the face of evil. This is the table where we're going to do the negotiation.
Less than 24 hours after the operatives landed, the suspected traffickers arrived on the island, and the final deal with the undercover team began. 54 boys and girls aged 11 to 18 were ushered in for what had been billed as a sex party. They were given candy and drinks and told to wait in this small room.
This little 11-year-old boy, I remember, he asked my operatives if they could give him some cocaine or something. He said, they usually give me something because I'm really scared.
By the time the deal was done, the alleged traffickers were set to make $25,000. That transaction was never completed. 25 Colombian special operatives stormed the party, arresting 5 suspects, 4 men and 1 former beauty queen, all charged with child trafficking. The victims, 29 of whom are under 18, were evacuated, given medical exams, and placed in a rehabilitation center where specialists are working to undo the damage.
Right before I got in the boat, we had to walk by this room where the kids were, and they put their hand up, and I touched their hand, and see that there's liberation now.
Liberating one child at a time. Elaine Quijano, CBS News, New York.
And we'll be right back.
You know, this is a huge problem globally, worldwide, as you know, where they estimate well over 2 million kids are involved in this trafficking, and you know, it's one of those horrible things to deal with. doTERRA has been involved as one of the largest supporters for O.U.R. for the last couple of years, and I actually met Tim Ballard right in the beginning, 2.5, 3 years ago. And we began to get involved. A couple of years ago, I went on one of those sting operations with him, and we busted 41 bad guys and rescued some kids. You know, I'll just tell you that I haven't even shared much of that experience with my partners or my wife. It's just unspeakable stuff that you just don't want to talk about. But they're effective in what they've been doing. I'm very proud of our affiliation support with O.U.R. As you can see, there's been some great things happening, but I'm excited as I've been meeting with actually Utah's Attorney General, who's a good friend and a huge supporter of this also, and now the President of Haiti, and this new aftercare facility in Haiti. You guys are the first to see it. This is a picture of some of the drawings. This is going to be up in the mountains above Port-au-Prince. And the reason for this is by far the most extensive recovery facility that's happened yet. We're doing this in conjunction with Rafa House. And you know, it's because there's great success happening in Haiti. In Haiti, when that earthquake happened, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, a lot of these kids that were orphans were scooped up by these people, and there's just been a horrible, you know, a trafficking that's gone on there. And now the president of Haiti, they've got a good president, and he's teamed up, and we're going after these people. But we're rescuing a lot of kids. and thus the need for a significant facility to help them to recover and take them through a lot of the healing that they need. And so this has been a neat thing. I was meeting with Tim right before I came out here and kind of putting some of the final plans and finishing touches on this thing. And if you're able to watch or come to the global convention a little later on this year in Utah, you'll hear a lot more about that. So we mean to get